Hey, DesignUp 2025. How y'all doing out there? Oh, come on. How y'all doing out there? I'm so glad to be here. Get ready for your mind to be blown. We have spent decades designing for human customer experience. We've designed for emotion. We've designed for delight. We've designed for moments that matter. And for a really long time, that was enough. But I am here to tell you that the customer is changing. Your next customer may never read your carefully crafted copy. Your next customer may never read or go to the websites and apps that you've created. Your next customer will not care how your brand story makes them feel, because your next customer may very well be an algorithm. It might be a delegated agent that goes out into the world for you and finds things for you, buys them so that they turn up on your doorstep without you needing to do anything. It might be a self-driving car that can book its own services, buy its own tires. It might be an AI procurement platform that has got $10 million to spend this quarter, and it wants to close the contract without requiring a human to get involved. And they're not going to care about your story. They will only choose you if you make sense to them in code. So, what does it take to get chosen by a machine? What does customer experience even look like when the customer is no longer human? I find it useful to take these for a scenario spin and tell a little story. So what I would like to do is introduce you to my currently fictional AI agent, Tyler. Let's see how Tyler chooses.
Good morning. I've been optimizing your life. Shall we review my recent decisions?
Yes, please, Tyler. Let's start with yesterday's grocery order.
Ah, yes. Your fridge noticed you were running low on milk, eggs, and spinach. Based on your preference for organic products and the local store's current sale, I ordered replacements. Delivery is scheduled for 6 p.m. tonight.
Okay, hang on a minute. Why didn't we stick with our usual store?
The usual store had higher prices on organic spinach. By switching, I saved you 12%.
Oh, okay, that's quite logical, but what about my loyalty points that I lost by not shopping at my usual store?
Your loyalty points redemption value is 5%. My decision still resulted in a net benefit.
All right. Very efficient, very logical, Tyler. Okay, let's turn to something a little more personal. I understand that you've been tracking my well-being.
Indeed. Your wearable detected elevated stress levels last week and flagged that you hadn't exercised in 3 days. To help, I booked a yoga class for tomorrow at your favorite studio.
Okay, you booked it with my money.
Your wellness goals prioritize stress reduction. This aligns perfectly. Plus, your membership covers the class, so there's no additional cost.
Okay, but what if I don't want to go?
You are free to cancel. But based on your history, I predict an 83% likelihood that you'll thank me after attending.
All right, so there we have it, a little interaction play with me and Tyler while he tries to optimize my life. He can try and nudge me in the direction of better behaviors and all of those kinds of things. But the question is here, how much trust are we willing to give them? Thank you, Tyler.
You're welcome, Katja.
I don't want you to think about what you just saw as, I wonder how I'll design for my interactions with agents. I want you to flip the script. I want you to look at this from the point of view of the yoga studio, of the grocery store, of the loyalty points program. How ready are they to transact with Tyler? If we think about how we have sold to humans, got their awareness, got them to consider us, we do it with emotional, aspirational imagery, like this Visa travel card ad. If you choose Visa, you can have massages in the rainforest. You can have these meals. You can go in balloons. This brand will say that to you about you and will deliver on your aspirations. Imagine I had sent Tyler out into the world and said, Tyler, find me the best travel travel credit card. I want it to have low interest, I want it to have good foreign exchange, and I want a loyalty points program. And I care about sustainability, so factor that in as well. Tyler's not going to care that I can get a massage in the rainforest. The only thing that will make Tyler choose that card is what he can understand about its proposition and match in terms of parameters that it sees in the code. Thinking about that, you might think, ooh, Visa's in a bit of trouble. If that's how they're trying to speak to their customers and they've got the Tylers of the world coming in. However, you also might be thinking, this is a far distant fictional future, Katja. This is not something that I need to worry about right now. At the 30th of April this year, Visa launched Intelligent Commerce. This is an agent that can take instruction from you, go out into the world, find the thing that you've instructed it to find for you, and when they find it, they will buy it with your Visa card. You don't need to be involved again. The package just turns up at your door. This is in market today. There are a lot of propositions that are also in market today. MasterCard has Agent Pay. We also see OpenAI and their tie-up with Stripe, buy with ChatGPT. Perplexity and Shopify have got a tie-up as well. We've got Amazon. In its Amazon ecosystem, you can send its agent out to do that for you within the Amazon ecosystem. So this is not a far distant future. This is in market today. These customers are looking at your businesses to understand what they can buy, how they can transact, and whether you're ready to serve them. I think the B2C version of this is really easy to get your head around. But I work in B2B. My clients are governments of countries, large multinationals, other banks. So while I grant you this is unlikely to show up in a conversational interface, I do want to show you a B2B version of this, and I'd rather do it than an API, because it's much more fun for an audience to watch a conversation than an API doing something, let's be honest.
You have been identified as a potential vendor for supply chain automation across a distributed logistics fleet operating in North America.
All right, well, who do you represent?
I represent Node 741, an autonomous procurement agent responsible for optimizing fulfillment for 36 drone networks and their associated logistics systems. I operate with a purchasing authority exceeding 10 million USD this quarter.
Okay, then what are you evaluating me on?
3 data points. 1, maintenance API reliability must exceed 99.98%. 2, emissions per shipment below 20 grams of carbon dioxide equivalent in line with our sustainability benchmark. 3, predictable latency with under 2% deviation. Ready to ingest your schema for evaluation.
I don't know about you, I find that mildly stressful. Can I ask here, by a show of hands, who loves responding to RFPs? Oh my God, 0 hands, what a surprise. This is something you also might be thinking, oh, Katja, this is going to be a far distant future, don't worry about it yet. This is in market today. This has been in market since 2022. Walmart has been closing nearly 70% of its contracts with its more than 2,000 vendors using an AI procurement platform. And 3/4 of those vendors actually prefer to negotiate with the AI. So this is not a far distant future. This is something that is in market today, These customers are here and ready to buy. So who is your customer really? Is it the human? Is it Tyler? Is it Node 741? Is it some combination that as yet we haven't thought of? We have the humans in this mix who are sensory. They would need to be delighted. We have the machines that need the data. Most of the customer experience that we design for at the moment is based on human confusion. We have things like scarcity. Oh my God, there's not very many of these left, so you really better buy it fast. Or social proof. Loads of other people have bought this thing, so you should buy it too. Or even things as ridiculous as the left digit bias. $1.99 is so much better a deal than $2. Tyler doesn't care about any of that. Node 741 is not going to be swayed by any of that. These are things for human confusion. Our machine customer experience, the agent experience, it requires machine precision. What I did not want to do was drop this all on you and leave you with nothing to go and take to work on Monday and go and use so that you can actually start working on this. Get your phones. There are QR codes, my friends. I've created a strategy map that I think helps us start to think about this. Each of these pillars busts up into a bunch of diagnostic questions you can ask in your business and possible actions that you can take. So we have signal clarity. How legible are our businesses and our products to machine customers? How trustworthy are we appearing? Can we build our reputation through reliability and credential signaling that the machines can read? Are we aligning our offerings with those machine customer priorities? Can we translate the intent? Can they understand what our products are without a human having to explain it to them? And what's our engagement architecture like? I mean, yes, APIs are part of this, but we have to design our systems for machine interaction patterns. What are we going to do when Kim Kardashian decides to tell her millions of followers that our product is the best product in the world, and all of these delegated agents, millions of them hit our channels and try to buy it? Are we ready for that? Have we got an engagement architecture that will help us there? I think we're looking at about 4 levels of maturity, but there might be more because I don't know what I don't know. The torturous thing about writing and talking about the future is that every time you think you've landed on something, something new happens and you have to start all over again with your thinking. But I believe we'll have the foundation level. This is where we are today, where we're trying to make our businesses machine-readable. Can we get ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, all of those tools, can we get them to find us and understand what we are and what we do? Once we get a bit more mature with this, I think we'll then start to differentiate the trust mechanisms that we need to put in place. We had the workshop yesterday where there were so many incredible questions about trust. How do we build trust? How do we create trust? How do we make sure we can trust the agents? So we have to build those in and then start customizing specifically for the machine customers who are coming at us. Once we've got that in place, I think we'll start to see ecosystems developing where we've got agent-based platforms and marketplaces where they can participate. And at the 4th level is where we actually start to optimize, where we can create systems that learn from their interactions with agents and machine customers, and that the customers can actually learn from interacting with our systems. So it becomes a big learning and dynamic adaptation. If you think this is not coming for you, think again. We see in our red ocean here, this is our traditional e-commerce, B2B, B2C, C2C, C2B. We have explored this to trillions of dollars of value over the last 30 years in traditional e-commerce. When we add things to the mix, the smart fridge, the house that can buy things on behalf of its humans, cars that can book their own services. When we add agents to the mix, we end up with 3 times more business model space for us to explore. And Gartner predicts that this is a $30 trillion opportunity by 2030. So think about that. It's 5 years' time for you to get your skates on. Equally, one strategy map is probably not going to help you with everything that you need to do. So I thought about it some more, and the other thing that I did for you, I wrote you a book. If you would like to get a signed copy of my book, please do scan the code for pre-sale. If you want to wait till Amazon has got it, it'll be out in about 3.5 weeks, I think. So I wanted to make sure that I deep dived on every aspect of this. What are the machine customer types? What does a customer journey look like when we take awareness, consideration, all of those aspects and flip them for a machine customer? What matters tomorrow is designed today. You are the designers of today, so you need to get working on tomorrow. I've created community for this on LinkedIn. There's a lot of really smart people already in it. I invite you to come join the conversation and help us all figure this out together. Thank you so much.